Hi, welcome to Essex Bricks. My name is Chris. This is our latest video on Lego, and this one is about the Harry Potter sets that are being released on January the 1st, 2025. And without any further ado, we will get on with it. This is our first set, and we're going to do it in price order today. So this is our first one. This is £17.99. This is Hogwarts Castle Charms Class. It is set 76442. It is for 8 plus, and it has 204 pieces and 3 minifigures. Look, before I go any further, just to put it on the line, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Don't collect the Harry Potter Lego, so there's going to be no bias. Whereas, I won't lie, Marvel is the thing I really like and love. Used to always collect the comics and stuff, and now the movies and the Lego and everything else. So I'm a bit more biased towards the Marvel. This I have no real affiliation to, so I'll just be basing it on what I see. Anyway, without any further ado, it's an okay set. If I'm going to bring a comparison over, there's a similar set coming out with Lego Marvel. Yes, you get an extra figure and a few extra bricks and playability, but I think that set's nearer £40. At £17.99, it might be a couple of pounds overpriced, but you do get your 3 minifigures. You do get your school scene here. I quite like it. Let's call it as it is. Usually, I think you'd see them pricing this maybe at £25, £26. And you've got your little Easter eggs around and everything. And yeah. And this, just finding this out now, this folds into the main castle, which is set 76435. And yeah, for what it is, if you want it as a separate piece, it works well. And if you've got the bigger set already, and as shown here, it just places in like this. So yeah, I quite like this. I think I like it more as a separate unit. I don't like the idea of you buy one unit and then you enter into another and all the rest of it. That I'm not too happy with. But on its own, for what it is, with the minifigures you get, because these look quite cool, the little freckles on there and everything else, and the shirt on this little person here. I really should know these names, but I'm sorry, I really don't know Harry Potter that well, if at all. Professor Flitwick. Yeah, I quite like this. Yeah. Again, like I already said, I won't be buying this. Don't really know anyone who really likes Harry Potter Lego anyway. But for £17.99, I think it's a reasonable price. A good price, I'd say, is a couple of pounds less. But like I've said about 3 or 4 times, yeah, I think it's a reasonable set. Next set up is the Hogwarts Castle Dueling Club. This is for £19.99. It is set 76441. It has 158 pieces and is 8 plus. You got your 4 minifigures here. And then you've got your little set scene here with your little fireplace. For what it is, 4 minifigures, to me this seems less than the previous set. You got this little bit here where this can be pushed out and all the rest of it. But even so, I think this would have been better priced at £17.99, between £15.99 and £17.99 than the previous set. Again, this goes also into the that main Harry Potter college, university, Hogwarts, isn't it? 76435. To me, if you're buying it for the minifigures, I suppose £19.99 isn't a bad price. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a brilliant price, and do I think it's overpriced? Yes. Is it the extortionate price point? I don't think so, for the simple reason a lot of value is put on minifigures nowadays, and these do look like really good minifigures. I know this is Professor Snape, and I like it where they've done the cloak all the way down on the leg printing. That's quite cool. You could have done something with these other leg prints, but what what is done, isn't it? Really, um, it's an okay set, but this is a set that you would primarily buy, I'm guessing, just for the minifigures. I I can't see much playability with this. Yes, it'll go in the main Hogwarts, but to me, a little bit overpriced. This is a minifigure collection price only, I would have guessed. But leave a comment down below. Tell me if you think it's if you think you like this and all the rest of it. For me, it's just overpriced. And now we go on to Hagrid and Harry's Motorcycle Ride. This is £44.99. And like all the previous sets, this will be available to pre-order now, but you be able to purchase in-store or online or to buy it on January the 1st. This is set 76443. It's 617 pieces and it is 9 plus. This is basically a bit of more than a brickhead set. It looks quite cool. It's one of those things with some movable parts, like the owl here. Is it Hedwig? Am I right? Am I right there? Hedwig. Muggles. Harry Potter. Hedwig. Yeah, I was right. Hey. If someone who doesn't watch Harry Potter, did quite well there. You got Harry and you've got Hagrid there as well. The only thing I don't like about this is Harry looks like he's had his face like pushed together in like one of those like AI kind of squished memes and stuff. Everything looks quite cool. I don't think this is a playable set. This is one of those things you'll build and then you'll stick on like a sideboard shelving or something like that. This is more, I think, for collectors than playing. I know a couple people who would like this. To me, the price point's a bit too high. $44.99 for this is a little bit too much. Would I buy it again? I'm not really. This is not aimed for me. I'm not the Harry Potter collector. I think it looks good. I think there's some really good pieces used here, like especially for like stuff like the light and a bit of the engine here. Even Hagrid himself looks quite cool from here on. But it all comes down again to the price point. Would you pay £44.99 for it? Me personally, I'd say no. I think this is probably about £10 overpriced. At £34, I would start considering buying it as a present. Next, we move on to the Night Bus Adventure. This is £44.99. This is item 76446, and it has 499 pieces. I only know this set because I think it was in last year's Harry Potter Advent Calendar. You got the little purple bus as part of it, and my son got it, and he told me the story of the night bus and all what it does. It looks a cool set. Let's do the positives first. You've got this little bit here with the street lamp and the seat there. It is what it is. To me, that's just a waste of pieces. You've got a little dog here. Got Harry. Got the driver. You've got the conductor. Little memento piece here. And this is going to be the spin around of it. Yeah, there we go. So it's not a thin set. It's 3 stories high, as you can see. And that is basically it. Doesn't look much to it. The color is cool. Let's do the positives. The color's cool. There's not a lot inside of it though, is there? You've got this little bed section here. You've got this section here, but it's stackable over 3 bits. But we've only just seen, is there different parts to the other floors? Doesn't look like it. So you see, it's promoting it there as free. But if we go back to the first image, to me, it looks like this is it out of the 3 floors. So you've got this here, but they're not showing any of the other 3 floors. So is that just dead space? Is it wasted space? I think Lego have missed a trick here. You could do something with these other two floors. I don't know if there is anything in the movies from the other two floors. So you've got your witch here. You've got your other elements of the minifigures. Just reading up on it, this is just a swinging chandelier through the other floors. There's not a lot else in it. To me, it's a wasted opportunity and wasted space. So all you're looking at is this, the witch and sleeping area, and then a seating area there for Harry. To me, at £44.99, this is extremely overpriced. I get it that it's 499 pieces, but this is more to me about what's playable with it than what's there. Yes, you've got quite a few pieces. Yes, it's a reasonably big set. But this is just all dead space, isn't it? Let's call it as it is. And no, I just don't like this set at all. For the price point, there's no value in it to me. Someone might again send a comment and just tell me otherwise. But to me, at this moment, this set is not worth £44.99 at all. I tell people to avoid this until it's in the sales and stuff. Next up is Hogwarts Castle, the Flying Lessons. This is £69.99. It is item 76447, 651 pieces. This is for 9+. You've got 6-7 figures with this. Let's have a quick look at the figures first. Let's go all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so you got your 6 figures. All of them quite cool. The detail's really good on them. This goes part way into set 76442. It's one of those other things that we had before, which slips in. Or no, this is the set that other sets can slip into. I take it back. So that the original set, which was this one here, the Castle Charms class, which is 442. Bear with me. Yeah, this folds out and can be placed into this. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like you're being able to switch and things into different sets. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I like the idea that it can go into multiple sets. So if you don't buy the big Hogwarts set, you can fit it into this, like the smaller the smaller class set. You'll be able to fit into this set here, but it is £69.99. You got your 2 pull-out sections here, with this one pulling out, so you can put the actual other classroom in there. I think this is another one of those sets where if you wanted the minifigures, this would be the set you'd get for minifigures only. It looks quite cool, I won't lie. The build doesn't look amazing, no. Let's try the picture here. So that's the spin round. And like we say, this is basically like 2 hollowed out rooms, isn't it? You've got a little bit of indentation here. But apart from that, is a pretty bare basic build. And then you've got these separate bits here. It looks nice. Minifigure wise, I do like the minifigures. The minifigures look quite cool. And you've got a couple of the few elements here as well. Like with I think I've forgotten what this is called, but that's the is that a Quidditch? Is that right? You got the brooms. It's down to the price again. $69.99 is a lot of money, I think, for a set like this. I don't think it's extremely overpriced when you look at the fit minifigures and the set as a whole. I only think it's like £10-15 out. But again, I do think it's expensive for what it is. I would hold it. If someone asked me, would I buy this? I'd say I'd wait again for the sales or just wait for the price to drop a little bit. And now we come on to two of our last sets. The first one being Malfoy Manor, £129.99. It is 1,601 pieces. Set number 76453. So the first thing we got to say, the piece to price ratio is roughly about right. So for 1,600 pieces, £129.99 is roughly the right kind of area ballpark we'd be looking for. But I remember seeing the box for it before, and I thought it would be something like this. So all you see here is the front element, which does look quite cool, but it's flat. So everything else is just on the other side. You wouldn't use it as, say, something in a Lego City set or anything like that. You are primarily buying this as a Harry Potter front end set. Although it does look, the detail on this side does look quite cool. You've got your indentations here with little rooms. You've got your stairs going up here and your doors. It does look quite, I mean, it looks better here with all the figures around it. I know this is a bit animated with a few bits and bobs, but you can see this could be quite playable and quite a good set for kids to play with. These all swing in and out, which is the usual for this kind of setup. And detail does look quite cool. Each individual room does have a little bit of detail with it. And the pictures here look quite cool as well. I'm guessing these are probably stickers that are laid over the top. And like I say, you've got the minifigures look quite cool as well. So you've got your 9 minifigures here. A couple of accessories with most of them. I think this is quite cool. For £129.99, this might upset a few people. I don't think this is actually that bad a value. Is it a great price? No, but it's a new set. You're paying quite a bit for the Harry Potter theme. But for playability-wise, I think this is one of the best ones yet for the price point, for the playability-wise of it. Yeah, I think this is the best of the new sets I've seen, which I think you'd get a great... If you're a child who likes Harry Potter, I think this is the one that you get the most enjoyment out of. If you're a collector, I think just looking at the front end and being able to display it that way, you probably would enjoy that as well with the minifigures around it, like this shows here. Yeah, I think this is quite cool. And we come on to our last set. This is the Diagon Alley Wizard. I knew I was going to mess this one up. Wizarding Shops. £169.99. It is set 76444. 2,750 pieces. So again, from the top, the pieces to price ratio is near about spot on, if maybe a little bit less. So piece-wise, you're getting your money's worth. Before we go any further, this is your micro figure set. It's not minifigure set. So if you remember going way back, you had the original helicarrier, and that had micro figures over it. This is the same kind of thing. I'm guessing these swing open and close. I don't know if it's going to show it. So you've got your shops the inside here, which looks quite cool from this side. And then you've got your round, and then, yeah, it's like this as well. So you've got the inside of the shops. Hopefully we'll be able to get an better image of it in a second. Let me stop that going around in circles. So you can have it either flat straight out like the image shows there, and then it's like that. I can't zoom in anymore, I don't think. Or, yeah, here we go. So you can have it closed up as well. And then you've got your Diagon Alley signage there. There's your night bus. And then here are your micro figures, dotted around as well. It looks quite cool. It's a display. Let's call it as it is. It's a display item. You're either going to have it open like this or closed up in some kind of display. This is for your Harry Potter major fan, Lego major fan, who wants something like this. I'm imagining building this would actually be quite fun as well. So build-wise, I think you're going to have your enjoyment out of it. It is an 18+ set. And the reason for that is it's not going to be a playable set. You can see it from these micro figures here. It's not a playable set. It's a case of it is for show. It's for the build excitement, enjoyment. I mean, these microfigs look really cool. You compare these to the ones from the helicarrier. I know the helicarrier was a long time ago, but they were just like either all blue or all black. This one has actually some really cool detailing on the microfigures. So I'm quite impressed by that, actually. And we can see here the inside of some of these micro builds. They're quite cool as well. And you got it here. I am pretty impressed by this. I saw it originally, and I'm not a great fan of I've got the helicarrier anyway, and it's a good little set, or big set, I should say. But you do question, because I find it difficult to find a place to put me helicarrier, to be honest. And you always wonder with something like this, will it work on a micro scale? And I think it does. You can see this here, all the little items and all the rest of it. I think this is quite cool. £169.99. I think it's your going rate. You've got to remember, this isn't aimed at children at all, this set. This is aimed at your adults with your disposable income who are going to place it like this in display. I think there's a decent enjoyment in the build. I think it looks quite cool. The micro figures look quite cool with it. So we'll just have a look, see what this video shows, because I actually haven't pressed play on this one yet. Also, you can separate all the builds up and then just join them all together. I mean, it does look quite cool. Let's be honest, this camera work here is going to show you what they want to show you. But like I say, these micro figures, they look a lot better than the ones I remember from the helicarrier. But you are going to need a bit of space, though, to put this. So that's the one thing, if you're going to have it, you got to think, where are you going to put it before you purchase it? You might want it and say, oh, I really like the set, but because of the size of it, it's just the thing you've got to keep in mind. But I like it. I think it's a decent little set. And at £169.99, I think it's nearly about on the line for a collector's edition kind of set. And that will be it for the latest Lego sets for Harry Potter. They're all coming out on January the 1st. There are a few more coming out next year, but we will let you know once we've got all the details for them. Thank you for watching the video this far. If you have, please click the like button, or if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We will be back later in the week with a mashup video, and I think we've got one more January 2025 video to release as well. But until then, have a very good weekend or rest of the week, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.